This here is a view of my backyard. A lot of this is timber company property and national forest, all of which I have access to. So I flew my drone up to get kind of a viewpoint. Well, holy crap, it just rained and lightninged and thundered like crazy. I was just sitting in the truck because I didn't want to be out in that, maybe get struck by lightning. So secondly, all of this is wet. I knew it was gonna get wet multiple times, but the only thing I could do is get back to work. So I got these floor joists installed on this side, except for two of them. I kind of got to jump over to the other side to give it some strength when I twist this, because it's a little bit dried like that. So I'm going to twist it plumb and these are those heavy 3/4 inch flooring CDX boards having to pack up there. Well, I got Lindsay here to help me today. We're just doing sheeting. Had to fix the brand new generator during the cool hours of this morning because whoever loaded it in the factory or whatever it must have slipped off the forklift and it smashed the starting solenoid and ripped the wire, so I had to, not too big of a deal, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna put plywood down. I'm gonna have Lindsay glue and screw while I finish these floor joists, so.
But I don't care long as I get his daughter. If he won't give her up, I'm gonna run away. Won't give her up, I'm gonna run away. Won't give her up, I'm gonna run away. Go to North Carolina.
Alright, well I got that sheet and that sheet on, and I'll show you why. I basically had to get those sheets on so that I had some shear strength on this second story wall, because I had braces coming down this way. I took them down and basically I forgot to film it. I don't know why, I was so focused on the stairs that I didn't think about filming it. But anyways, I did the math. The math was 109 inches of complete rise, so it equaled 15 steps, 16 rises. So anyways, I got three of them cut out. So they're really gradual, nice and easy steps. I could have made them steeper. I could have made them real steep if I wanted, but and easy steps are nice. So the next step is we're going to take the treads or the stringers and we're going to get them screwed in, but we need to mill 2x6s. I opted to mill our own. We have some dry pine. I'm going to mill them at 1 3/4 inch because I know it'll shrink a 1/4 inch and make a 1.5 inch tread, and so I'm going to mill 30 something of them, which yeah, it'll be 40 inches wide, so we're going to mill those out next. Well, I got the treads all cut. I had to cut them again to 10 inches because they were 10.5, which is right there. And I want a 1/2 inch overhang. And then so I'm also going to put the boards behind this, and then this one should cover over the top of it. Looking pretty cool. I gotta like screw in the top a little better before I put too much weight on it, but so you kind of see the idea here. I'm gonna have to plane a little bit, and my only concern is these might shrink, especially being in the sun. Whatever. Well, I had to stack the kick plates They're just too wet for me to try to install now, but I'm gonna let them dry and plane them all even and consistent. But yeah, here's the blue stained stairs. They look pretty sweet. It came out really nice. So they're nice and gradual. I think 6.8 inches of rise per 10 inches of run, which is pretty chill. Well, here I was using the tractor kind of as a forklift, or a grade all, I guess it would be in framing, to help lift up the 2x6s and 2x4s for the second story. That way I didn't have to pack them around and up the stairs that I just built. So a lot of the interior walls are 2x4, so I just wanted to get the 2x4s in the house before I built the 2x6 exterior walls for the second story. So that's what I'm doing here. I noticed that some of the 2x4s that I left sitting out in the sun started to warp, so I was using these straps here and tightening them down to the deck until I could get to them. It helped keep them straight a lot better. So direct sunlight will definitely warp the rough sawn lumber, in other words. Well, I worked all day. I got I'll show you here. I got some beams milled. I also milled some treads for the lower stairs and these upper stairs, but those beams that I milled are 12 feet long, and they're out of dry pine. So it had been sitting for 2 years, so it's pretty much dry, but I'm milling it 3 weeks in advance or so that way it has plenty of time to dry out. But essentially those are going to go from there to a post in the middle on both sides, so that we have beams running along this. That way my trusses can come down and sit on that beam and flush cut, and then I'll build a wall up to the top, because being that this is a vaulted ceiling, that's a solution for that. So, and then now, at the end of the day here, I gotta get all these 2x6s flush cut on one side and stacked neatly so I can get to framing. Legit worked like a 15-hour day today, no breaks. It was 100 degrees, so cooked pretty much, but I gotta keep on pressing on because we're running out of time. It's 2 weeks before September, and I gotta hunt a bunch in September, so gotta get this framed, man. Alright, got here pretty dang early this morning, right about light, and got started. Anyways, I got it built. I got to hit it with the planer, a few spots, got to hit it with the planer, plane it down, and then I got to get wall jacks up here. I got to get ladders up here. I got to screw off some boards on the outside so it doesn't overshoot it, and also get some braces ready to go. So being that it's rough sawn, it's not perfect, a little bit wavy on the outside, so I hit it with this planer here to kind of even it out before I There's something satisfying about doing physical labor, at least for me anyways. you know, at the end of the day, I feel like it earned my sleep and my meals. So I don't know, it's just gratifying for me. It doesn't always go well, but it has its ups and downs for sure. It's definitely satisfying seeing my house come to fruition, you know, because not too long ago it was just a thought in my head, and I actually played The Sims and built it on The Sims before I drew it out on graph paper, because obviously I'm not an architect, but that's how I kind of help visualize it. Well, I got this wall flush to the edge pretty much all the way down, except for this spot right here. It looks like it needs to come inwards, but there's no way to pry on it from out here to do that. So I'm trying to use a hammer and a nail and a screw to pry it in and get it flush with the wall, but not quite how I want it. So I ended up just using a come along to set an anchor and pry it in. These tools are super valuable on a homestead. I could use them. I could explain a million ways to use these. So